Hello there viewers, and welcome back to another video today here on Gran Turismo Sport. So today you join us for round 5 of the Club 100 GT series, and we are racing around Sardinia Road Track B in the Mazda MX-5s, as you can see on screen. So first up we got qualifying. Now coming into this round, I was not particularly high up in the championship. Let's say we're joint last in the championship pretty much. We've had we took quite a battering in the first 3 rounds. Let's say in the first round we took someone out and then got taken out. In the second round we had a car which was goddamn awful, and in the third round we got taken out. And then we got a 15-point penalty for changing cars, and we were on -2 points. -2 points after 3 rounds. So yeah, that was quite interesting. But fortunately, just before this round, we managed to get a 3rd place. So we managed to bag, I think, 16 points and shoot ourselves up to second to last, or joint to last, should I say, in the championship. So yeah, coming into this round, can we get a decent result as we look to improve our championship positioning and avoid relegation? So with this series, the bottom 3 drivers at the end of the series, with the series being 8 rounds long by the way, the bottom 3 drivers get relegated to lobby 2. So we are trying to avoid relegation here. As we move ahead then to our fastest lap from qualifying, so we're just looking to find the slipstream at the moment, see if there's anybody to follow, and well, our teammate comes past just at the right time, so we're going to use his slipstream to good effect here hopefully as we begin our qualifying lap. So at this point in qualifying, as you can see, I'm 11th place on the grid, so I hadn't set a good lap at this point, to be honest. I'm a second off of pole, hadn't strung a good lap together yet, hadn't got into anybody's slipstream. So as we head down to toe 1, braking at the 100 metre board. So yeah, Sardinia Road Track B here. Not a track I've ever driven around before, to be honest. Never raced around here, never really driven around here. Raced around it backwards, but not in the forwards direction. So yeah, kind of learning on the fly here. Only did about half an hour's practice. Didn't do any practice races or anything like that. Just did a bit of time trial mode by myself. So coming out of the, what is that, the second corner into this big banked right hander, I find this corner to be a bit odd, especially on exit. You can't really see the exit as you kind of go over the crest, and very easy to go into the gravel trap on exit. It's hard to sort of work out where you are. It's hard to see where the actual exit of the corner is. So coming down then to this really tricky right hander, very strange corner this. I find it to be quite deceiving. It's tighter than it looks, and it never feels like you've got that corner right. It always feels like you've slowed down too much. So coming into the final sector here, we are purple by 2/10. So we are 2/10 up on the fastest lap of the session. Bearing in mind that we're in 12th place at the moment in qualifying without too much practice, I'm very happy. Just thinking at this point in time, do not bottle these last few corners, with this final corner being a very tricky corner. Managed to get it right fortunately, and well, we have had slipstream all lap long. Our teammate Trev has been perfect for us. He's been the best teammate anybody could ever want. As we put it on pole, we go bloody pole position. I was absolutely ecstatic at this point, so much so that I pulled over to the side of the circuit to celebrate. I was over the moon at this point. Half an hour's practice and I go and put it on bloody pole by a 10th. So yeah, very happy with this. To be honest, that wasn't that great a lap. It was fine, but it wasn't great, and very much have our teammate to thank there. So thank you very much, Trev. You gave me an almighty slipstream on that lap, and yeah, enabled me to go onto pole. So yeah, sitting in the pits now and celebrating, to be honest, and trying to compose ourselves before the race begins. And well, whilst I was sitting in the pit lane, I looked behind, and well, I saw this as well. Callum Marshall's car has what can only be described as an absolute rave, as he's got the auto drive glitch. But whilst we're sitting in the pits and laughing at Callum, Nathan goes and puts it on pole with a 1:25.5, which wasn't even slipstream assisted. So Nathan sets an absolute cracker of a lap time to take pole off me, and well, I have to take my hats off to Nathan. There is not a hope in hell's chance that I could have done a 1:25.5 without slipstream. I couldn't even do it with slipstream, never mind without it. So Nathan puts it on pole with a sensational lap, as Callum Marshall's car is still having a little bit of a rave. For those of you that don't know what the auto drive bug is, Basically, in Gran Turismo, when your car is being controlled by the AI, when it's being controlled by the computer, sometimes this happens, certainly if you've got poor internet, and yeah, your car goes for a bit of a boogie, does it when you're in the pits, does it as well on a rolling start. So yeah, Callum's enjoying himself over there. So as we move on ahead to the race, starting at P2 on the grid, remember, so you got Nathan on pole, got myself in second, Marky Boys managed to put it third, and we've got the man himself, Super GT, starting right behind us in P4. So grid start, obviously you're going to need to put traction control onto 1 to stop the wheel spin off the line. These cars, they do have a lot of power, you will spin all the way through first gear, so put that TCS onto 1, as we've got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. So get an okay start, although not great reaction times. Nathan got the better launch out of the two of us as we head down to turn 1, straight into Nathan's slipstream, so we can try and reel him in. Are we going to go for a move on Nathan into turn 1? We are a little bit far back, so we don't go for a move on him. Brake quite early, and well, Marky Boy, he manages to do us around the outside. He pulls our pants down there, goes around the outside of us at turn 1, as I was, to be honest, too early on the brakes. I was too busy trying to avoid going into the back of Nathan, and yeah, got done around the outside by Marky Boy. But anyway, coming out of the second proper corner here, Callum has actually left the lobby. His internet has gone completely and he has disconnected, so that is the end of this round for him as we come out of the big bank corner and we are unfortunately into the gravel trap. So like I was saying in qualifying, that's a very tricky corner that you can't really see the exit, and yeah, dip 2 wheels into the gravel, and we've got 2 cars coming past us. Is it going to be 3 cars coming past us? Yes, it is, as Martin comes flying past into our teammate and sends Trevor into the gravel trap. So we managed to make 2 places back up there as yeah, Martin gets very, very optimistic on the brakes and yeah, smashes our teammate off. So we kind of saved our bacon there. As we're now in P4, we've got Ryan, the championship, or the reigning champion, and Tim Clark right behind us. Can we get this final corner right? Not really. We clobbered the curb a little bit on the inside, and Ryan's now got the run on us coming out of this final corner on the start-finish straight. So Ryan is coming past. We've got Trevor in our slipstream too. This first lap's been an absolute disaster as our true pace, I think, gets shown. We weren't the second fastest person in this lobby, far from it. We were more like the mid-pack pace, so yeah, lost another 2 places here as we clip Tim on exit, and yeah, race wasn't going very well right now at this point in time, but I wasn't too displeased because I knew I wasn't, like I say, I didn't have the pace to be in second, and actually being back here in 6th, it means I'm more with people who are of my pace, and it means that I can get into a rhythm. So as we skip ahead then a lap, we've got Callum Brule on our back. Is he going to go for a move into this really tight right-hander? Yes, he is. So he's up our inside, but can we hold him off? Can we keep him on the inside? Yes, we can. So we managed to hold him narrow there. Fortunately, Callum didn't come slamming into the side of us. He left us space and exit, which was nice. So yeah, this start, like I say, not a great start, but I'm also not too displeased at this point in time. And I can also see up ahead, you've got the top 3, you've got Marky Boy, Nathan and Super GT, and they are fighting. I'm looking ahead and I'm licking my lips as I see Marky Boy and Nathan especially battling with one another. Nathan and Steve after the race were not at all happy with Marky Boy, and yes, they in the group chat they were yes, they were not happy with him because, well, Marky Boy went full send basically at the start of the race and was scrapping like anything with his teammate, and yeah, that is what enabled Ryan and Tim to catch them up. And as I skip ahead now, as you can see, we managed to catch up too. So we're now right on the back of Tim Clark, managed to catch up, like I say, through the fighting of the 3 leaders at the front. And yeah, as Ryan makes his way past Super GT then, so Ryan now up into P3, got Steve down in 4th. Is Tim going to go up Steve's inside as well? Is Steve going to go from 3rd to 5th in the space of 2 corners here? Oh, Tim's thinking about it. No, he just about backs out of it. Now can we get up Tim's inside? Can we get ourselves up into P5? No, I think better of it into that final corner, choose not to send it, and instead sit in his slipstream then down this start finish straight. So in Tim's slipstream, we are quite literally on his back bumper. Are we going to go for a move into turn 1? I do want to get past at this point. There's 8 minutes remaining and I kind of want to make some progress if I can, as yeah, we think better of the overtake. Although we do actually give him a little bit of a tap on the apex of the corner, and yeah, nearly get past him on exit, but no, we stay in 6th place for the time being. So yeah, like I say, I do want to get past, but I can see that Steve has pulled away here, and I don't want me and Tim to lose the slipstream to the top 4, so I'm kind of having to work with Tim here, trying to push him forwards before I try and make the overtake. So yeah, going through this big banked corner then. Going down the back straight, are we going to go for a move into the really awkward right-hander? We are, like I say, we're in his slipstream, we're moving over to the right, and yes, we are going to go for the overtake. So we're onto the brakes just before the blue bit starts on the left. Are we going to be able to make the move stick? No, we are not. So I was probably a little bit too cautious, to be honest, going into that corner. I should have been later on the brakes probably, and got my elbows out a little bit more, being a bit too gentlemanly, and we are going to learn our lesson from that move. So now, following Tim, going through this second to last corner, into the final corner, using the black bit on the wall as our braking point, braking at the end of the black bit. I think it might be a gate or something like that, I'm not quite sure what it is. In the slipstream now again of Tim, so we've got the cars in front battling. Ryan's managed to make his way up to second place here, and he's now on the back bumper of Nathan. So Ryan, by the way, remember who was in 4th place just over a lap ago, he's now going for a move for the lead up the inside of Nathan. So that's the reigning champion overtaking the championship leader in a battle for first, and Ryan has proved just how quickly you can go from 4th, 5th place and get your way up into the lead as we go up the inside of Tim into the second proper corner. But again, can't make the move stick. We don't really get our elbows out enough. We're a bit too gentlemanly. Like I say, at this point in time, although I want to get past, I also want to stay very much in the slipstream of the leaders. So I am being careful here with my moves. I'm being careful not to lose Tim too much time. So heading down to the tight right-hander now with 6 minutes to go. Are we going to go for an overtake here? No, we're not. Going to think better of it. Didn't really have the run on him then. Thing is, Tim's in slipstream himself, so getting a run on him into any of the corners is difficult, and so yeah, that makes doing him on the brakes quite difficult, as Nathan is up the inside of Ryan going through this second to last corner. We are really close together now. I'm 7/10 off of the lead, so this pack, we are one big pack basically. This top 6, we are clustered together as Super GT goes for an absolute send into the final corner and goes flying off the circuit, which really compromises himself and Ryan. So Ryan has gone from 4th to 1st in the space of a lap and a half, and then half a lap later is down in 6th. So that goes to show you what it's like in pack racing. As we go up Tim's inside into the first corner, we've just gone from 6th to 3rd in the space of 2 corners. So I will take that, thank you, as Tim actually comes back past on exit. So it's going side by side through this kind of straight corner thing. Am I going to be able to do him on the brakes into turn 2? We are side by side, trying to give him space and exit. I don't want to go shoving him off the circuit. That's not the gentlemanly thing to do. Steve's on our inside too, so we're very much watching the radar at this point in time as we try hanging it around the outside of Tim. So no, we do not get past Tim. Now we are side by side with Super GT himself. And well, is he going to go for a move into the tight right-hander? We've got Tim's slipstream though, and we managed to pull in front of Steve and simultaneously try and go back past him, but no. Can't make the move stick, wasn't far enough alongside there, as Ryan actually on the radar gets put into the gravel trap. So yeah, Ryan's gone from 1st down to 7th here in, well, the space of a lap. So disaster for Ryan, the reigning champion, championing in both seasons of this series, as Marky Boy is now off the circuit. Coming out of that final corner, Marky Boy makes a huge mistake, basically took way too much speed through that second to last corner, and he's off the circuit. So we're now up to P3 again, back to P3. Had to dodge him on exit there. I was very scared coming out of that final corner when I saw Marky Boy off. I was scared of slamming into the back of him and then getting swamped by the pack behind. But no, fortunately managed to survive. So got 3 minutes left. We've got Super GT looking up our inside. I think he just clipped my back end there and had to back out of that move as he realised that he was on a collision course for taking me out. And well, that's enabled us to almost break the slipstream to Steve. So we are 7/10 or 6/10 should I say ahead of Steve now. Can we get away from the pack behind? We're on the borderline of being able to break the slipstream, and we're also looking to get into P2, so we're looking at are we going to go up Tim's inside into this tight right-hander? We're in his slipstream. We've very much got a run on him here. He's not in slipstream himself, so we've got a big speed advantage. We move over to the right, slam on the brakes, and go for the move. Can we make it stick finally? Yes, we can. So we finally managed to make the move stick into that tight right-hander at our third or fourth attempt. Yeah, it took a number of rehearsals before we pulled the move off, but yeah, got our elbows out there, braked a little bit later, didn't put him in the gravel trap, but got as close to putting him into the gravel trap as we could. So yeah, up into P2 now, where we qualified. Tim is in our slipstream though, and we don't have slipstream ourselves, so we've got to be very, very careful going into this first corner, making sure he doesn't come past us. And Super GT is also on the radar, so I'm very kind of aware of my surroundings at this point. I'm staring at that radar. Steve tries to go up the inside, and I go, no way, Steve. I swipe over to the left, blocking off that route up my inside, and then coming out that corner as we were side by side through Tim. Didn't run him out of road, but yeah, left him no more space than I needed to. And yeah, I think Tim just clipped the gravel trap coming out of that corner. So yeah, P2, where we qualified. I'm very, very happy at this point to be up in P2, and we've also we've got the pack fighting behind. So we've got Ryan down in 7th, and well, the top 7 we were glued together. We were glued together at this point in time, as you can see on the replay here. We're very much in one big pack, and fortunately, at this point, the guys behind start to fight, so Tim goes for a massive send up the inside of Steve's. I think Steve broke a little bit too early. I think Steve was in my slipstream and didn't quite know where to brake. Braked a little bit early, and Tim took full advantage of it, sending it up the inside. And well, what that has meant is that we are 1.5 seconds now ahead of that pack. So we are, with 1 lap to go, we're 1.5 seconds ahead in P2. Obviously, we're not going to catch Nathan. Nathan is absolutely flying at this point in time. When as soon as Marky Boy made that mistake coming out of that second to last corner, Nathan just checked out. He's now 3.2 seconds ahead, setting some brilliant lap times. Just set a 1:25.5, so that's beating his brilliant pole lap time. From qualifying. Now he's absolutely flying. So on this final lap of the race, then can we bring it home? So going through this corner, which isn't a corner, and then coming down using the ambulance on the right as a braking point for turn 2. Don't touch the curb on the inside. That curb is vicious. It's a big curb. It flips you off if you touch it. Now coming into the big bank corner, tricky corner this, like I say, caught us out at the start of the race when we went into the gravel trap, but we managed to make that corner stick. I am getting quite nervous at this point in time, as I realise I'm about to finish second in Club 100, which is a very, very competitive league, this series. And now braking for the tight right-hander just before the bit of blue thing there starts. Clipping our curb on the inside as we get flipped by the bump in the track on exit. Now coming into this final sector, we've got 2 proper corners remaining as the checker flag is about to be waved. So the checker flag is now out as the clock hits 0. Coming into this very tricky final corner, being careful of the curb on the inside, as that can send you flying off into the wall. Managed to take that well as we come out the final corner and up to the start finish line as we finish in P2, 2.5 seconds behind the pack behind. Like I say, very, very happy with this result. I was ecstatic. Qualified second, finished second, and well, that has put us firmly away from last place in the championship, and we're actually, as we bring up the championship standings here, we're out of the relegation zone. So that is very good news for us. We've gone from -2 points going into round 4 to now, after round 5, being on 34 points, and like I say, out of that relegation zone. So very happy with that indeed. Now, at the time of recording, the next round hasn't actually happened. So round 6, we tried to run the round on the night of this race, but yeah, Gran Turismo didn't want to play ball. Yeah, Steve, Kirith and Callum all couldn't get off the grid when we tried starting the race. We tried starting it twice, and on both occasions they were just stuck on the grid with a really silly glitch. So yeah, round 6 is yet to happen. So yes, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching that video. That was very, very enjoyable race for me. Next video coming up will be around Autodromo Lago Maggiore, so that should be fun in the Mazda MX-5. So I hope you look forward to that, and well, I will see you in the next video. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and well, goodbye.